I like to do DIY projects around the house, whether that's transforming a room or doing up a piece of furniture, and I like to share them as inspiration for other people. And today I wanted to talk about how I basically refurbished a peacock chair. So I fixed up a rundown Wicker Peacock chair and brought it back to life. And I was really excited when I found this chair because if you have a look online, they go for quite a lot of money. So whereas they might go for $350 to $400 on the low end if they're sold in a local marketplace like Facebook Marketplace, or you can look on places like Etsy where they go anywhere from $850 all the way up to say $1,400. So I found this peacock chair on Facebook Marketplace for $30, so I was very excited. Now, having said that, it was in pretty bad shape. So it had been outside for a long period of time and you could tell. But I thought for $30, I'm going to give this a go, see what I can do to bring this chair back to life. So I picked that chair up and I did a lot of research online. So I had a look at a bunch of different videos, how people had fixed up their own peacock chairs, and I took a little bit from each, but probably one of the videos that I found the most helpful, I think it was by a gentleman, I think it's called A Touch of Tiki. I'll link it down below if you want to have a look at that, but it was probably the most helpful that I found, and I followed a lot of the steps that he did when he fixed up a Wicker Peacock chair. So I was really lucky with this peacock chair because it didn't have a lot of breaks in the wicker or anything like that. In terms of the structural side of things, it was mainly in great shape. So it was just cosmetically, it wasn't looking good because it had been outside for a long period of time. And you could tell. So the first thing I did when I got home is I actually washed it with the high pressure hose. And that helped a lot. I mean, if you have a look at this photo I have of it when I was halfway done, it's really obvious how much this helped. Now, I know you're not meant to get wicker wet, but it was already in really bad shape and this was a great way to clean it up. I did it on a really warm day, so it dried very quickly as well, which is good. So that was my first step, get it nice and clean. So the next step is I coated it really well in linseed oil. Now, what linseed oil does is it helps rejuvenate the wicker, bring it back to life, puts the moisture back into it. Okay, so we've got this chair all cleaned up, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some boiled linseed oil on it to basically rehydrate the wicker and hopefully bring out a little bit more of that yellow colour. I've got the boiled linseed oil as opposed to normal linseed oil just because from the research that I did when looking at how to restore a peacock chair, what my research said was the boiled linseed oil basically cures a little bit quicker, so it doesn't stay kind of sticky for so long. So I'm going to give this one a try. I've got a little plastic container to decant a little bit into, and I've got a clean rag that I'm going to use, just an old face cloth to apply it. Alright, let's see how we go. Childproof, a little bit adult proof. I can never get these pushy downy ones. Got it. hammer trick. Alright. Let's see how we go. I just wanted to show you the progress we've made just by putting the boiled linseed on. Sometimes it's hard to tell if you're making a difference. So what I did is I've put the boiled linseed on this side of the chair, and then this side is the side that we've power washed, and you can see the difference in colour. The linseed oil is really soaking in nicely and helping to bring out that beautiful yellow in the wicker and the cane. So I just wanted to give you that, show you the difference that it's making so far, and I'll keep going and do the second half. So I gave it a really good coat of the linseed oil, and even after doing the linseed oil, it was looking really good. You could already tell the difference. It was just that step further to being in good condition. And then after I had allowed that to dry, I can't remember the exact time that it says on the can, but I'd actually let it dry for a couple of weeks because I went and did other projects and kind of left that one to do its thing. So I'd let the linseed oil dry really well, and then what I did is I put on 2 coats of seal coat, and I just used a foam brush to put the seal coat on. And what that does, from my understanding, is because linseed oil is an oil, it's oil-based, and I knew I wanted to put polyurethane as a top coat on the chair, those two didn't mix too well. So my understanding is the seal coat seals the chair and provides a base for me to then put a clear coat of polyurethane on top to protect it. So I put the 2 coats on, I let them dry really well according to the directions on the back of the can. And then what I did next was I put the polyurethane on as a top coat. And I did 2 coats of this to make sure that it would be nice and durable and it would last a long time. And I just used the spray can with this. It's a bit more expensive than if you buy it in the tin. However, much easier to apply. And I don't know that I would recommend getting it in the tin. I think that would be a little bit tricky to apply because it's quite thin and runny. I think you'd end up with a lot of drips if you didn't use the spray can. If you had a spray gun though, you could potentially grab the tin, put it in the spray gun and spray the chair. So recommend the spray cans for that. And I think the chair turned out really well in the end, but I will let you be the judge. So here's what the Peacock chair looked like before. And here is what it looked like after I'd finished. I think it turned out really well. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Or if you have a different way of fixing up a peacock chair, let me know, because I'd be really interested to see what's worked for other people. And if you enjoyed this video and would like to see more of videos of me doing DIY projects around the house, please subscribe below, hit the like button, and I'll see you in the next video.